kind did you think he was?
Oh, I don't know. I kind of thought he might be the type of doctor who does good things, but with his own nefarious plan. You know, like, I can save you.
But for a price.
I guess he just seems kind of mysterious like that.
Well, I give your imagination some credit, but sorry, he isn't quite the suspicious doctor like you imagined. In fact, he's actually a trusted physician among the people of Liyue Harbor. Everyone prefers to go see Dr. Baiju, no matter how serious the problem may be. But even though he works as a skilled physician, his own condition isn't so great.
I know people say that doctors are the worst patients. Is that the case for Baiju as well?
Sí, ya lo noté.
Well,
Ah,
Baiju's case is a little complicated.
otra vez este internet me delata.
And I don't want to give away any spoilers, so travelers will have to...
Ay, ay, ay. Cuando les quiero dar una reacción para ustedes, siempre el internet es el que nos delata a todos. Es lo clásico. ¿No les
Check
ha
him out
pasado?
in-game to learn more about his story. So, zip, that's all you hear out of me.
Okay, well,
Qué
no matter what
mal.
happens, I just hope that he'll be able to take care of himself.
Me too. But besides his health, Baiju also has some other troubles to worry about. For example, Director Hu will sometimes put up ads outside of Boo Boo Pharmacy to promote her funeral parlor. On top of that, poor little Chi-Chi is terrified of Hu Tao. So
Sí,
there are
eso
some
digo
days
que.
where Baiju really has his hands full.
Yeah, that does sound like something that Hutao would do.
As
Sí. Ay, condenado internet. Si se supone que lo cargué. Ay, le voy a disminuir la calidad para que no nos delate.
It would have it, Baiju's master and the former director of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor both studied together under the same master.
Oh.
But the two had differing views on the concepts of life and death and ended up going their separate ways. Their differences were passed down to their apprentices, which has led to Baiju and Hu Tao's different views. In version 3.6, travelers will be able to play through Baiju's story quest to hear some of Baiju's inner thoughts and learn more about this caring doctor.
Con gusto lo hago.
I can't wait to check it out.
In his search for discovering new treatments and cures, Baiju will often choose to test new medicines on himself. As you spend time with Baiju in the field, you can make use of his knowledge of herbs and interact with certain harvestable items, which will heal your current active character.
So, since Baiju is a doctor, I think it's pretty safe to say that most of his combat abilities are focused on healing, right?
Yep, that's right. Baiju's treatment in battle is usually performed in 2 steps. Step 1 is to control a wandering sprite that cruises through the enemies and restores HP to his teammates.
Okay,
Step 2
lo
is to
tengo.
create a shield. When the shield refreshes, ends, or is broken, not only will it provide healing, but it will also deal dendro damage to enemies.
Whoa.
Baiju believes that even in a difficult spot, as long as the diagnosis and treatment are done properly, lives can always be saved.
Sweet.
Uy, ya me
Looks like we'll be able to
convencieron.
try out some new team compositions with him in mind.
For sure. Well, all right, I think that's all we have for Baiju, so let's move on to our next playable character.
No, me
I
encantó,
bet
me
many
encantó,
travelers
Baito, me
already
encantó.
know
Es
him
justo
well.
lo que yo necesito.
I'm glad you gave me a chance.
Acabé.
I always think it takes people with similar tastes to sustain a pleasant conversation. Come at me!
¿Qué mandoble está usando
Breaking new
cabello?
ground!
No le alcanzo a ver mucho. Bueno, ustedes coméntenme qué mandoble está usando cabello.
Cool.
Oh.
Nice.
Okay. Did you see him make dendro cores explode on command? That'll be useful for me.
Yeah, that was crazy. And the toolbox, he has some cool accessories. I am jealous.
Oh yeah, I'm loving those animations. Super cool.
¿Verdad? Son
Since
fantásticas.
Kaveh has some connections with Dory, I'll introduce him. Kaveh is an architect and has this keen sense for beauty and the arts that he's developed ever since he was a child. Not to brag or
Oh.
anything, but his magnum opus is the Palace of Alcazarzaray, which is crazy coincidence where Dory lives.
¿Eh?
And his designs not
¿Dónde
only
vive
provide
Dory?
the required functionality, but also greatly incorporate his own artistic taste, making them feel unique and noteworthy.
Well, he sounds like a genius, so he must be pretty successful.
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't quite lead the life of success and carefree spending like you might imagine. It's actually kind of the opposite. He hardly has enough more to survive.
Sí, eso me lo supe.
Okay, so
Hace mucho
he's
tiempo.
broke. Interesting.
Ay,
Why
Cabe.
is that?
Well, it kind of comes down to Kave's personality. He's a very perceptive person, so he has this sensitive and delicate side to his character. He also has a strong sense of empathy and can understand the emotions and thoughts of different people, which may actually be one of his sources of artistic inspiration. For example,
Mm.
when someone is trying to sell something to Kave, all they have to do is make up some story about how the proceeds go to helping poor children, and he'll practically hand over his mora. Like all of it.
Wow.
Con
What a
razón lo
nice
estafa.
but gullible guy.
Yeah.
Ay, ay,
And
ay,
on top of
Cabe.
that, he doesn't limit himself with the cost of construction. And take the Palace of Alcazarzaray as an example. Maybe only a real maniac architect like him, who doesn't care about the costs, could ever build something as amazing as that. So you gotta respect him for that.
Yeah.
But
Mis
it's probably
respetos.
these kinds of situations that have made him become roommates with I'll Hate Them.
But aren't like I'll hate them and Kave polar opposites? We see them bicker all the time.
About what?
Siempre.
Well, Kave thinks that I'll hate them lacks feelings for others and always disagrees with his point of view. But like Anjali just said, Kave can understand how many people feel, but understanding doesn't always mean agreement.
Right. Yeah, I think we're
Mhm.
starting to understand Kave's character a little better now. So next we can move on
Sí,
to
ya
some
me
of his
hice la
talents.
mención de
Yeah, for
Haitam.
sure.
Y sí,
As
ay
an
Dios, me da más risa
architect,
sus peleas.
Kave can help everyone save some
Ah,
materials and
este
creative
pasiva de
furnishings.
Cabe ya me
And
la
his mapping
imaginaba hace
abilities
mucho tiempo.
might come in handy during battle. As a unique and creative designer, Kave must always bring tools with him. His
Mhm.
toolbox, named Marak, not only
Marak,
provides Kave with
okay.
tools, but also has many interesting uses. For example, Marak's mapping ability allows him to scan the battlefield,
Mhm.
causing all dendro cores within a certain AoE to burst
Oh,
immediately.
yo los
In addition to
quiero.
that, when Marak completely releases its energy, it
Mhm.
converts Kave's attack damage to dendro damage and increases Kave's combat capabilities.
Okay.
Me
You
suena
don't need to worry about
como
triggering all
sub
those dendro cores
DPS,
at the same
más bien.
time. Kave won't be hurt by them. In fact, one of Kave's talents actually causes him to recover a set amount of HP when he takes damage from a dendro core.
It's always
Ujujú.
good to have a reliable partner like that.
Ahora sí me
Changshang
convenció
always
este
gives
arquitecto.
Baiju a lot of help too, you know.
Exactly. But Marak is pretty remarkable. It can even wield a sword for Kave.
That's a
Ah,
pretty
ya
awesome
vi que es más
toolbox.
noble.
I know, right? Okay, so that should be just about everything we have for Kave.
No,
How should I say this?
creo que Cabe es el
I
primer
think his
personaje
character
que
has
no
more
le harán
depth
daño
than we
los
expected.
núcleos dentro.
Well,
Los
he
personajes de
is a
escudo no
distinguished
cuentan. Tiene
architect
que ser
from
un
the Nation of
personaje
Wisdom,
en
so
sí
we shouldn't
que
underestimate
no
him.
tenga que depender de escudos.
Kave will be appearing in the main event for version 3.6, so maybe we give some details about that next?
Ok, ok, ok.
Okay, I got this one. Our main event for version 3.6 is the
Ujú.
Academia Extravaganza.
Ah, y
In
te iban a
addition
dar
to the
una farosa
variety of
gratis.
celebrations, the
¡Yupi!
event also serves as a chance for the 6 Darshans to compete. The extravaganza consists of 2 main parts. The
Bueno, el
Wisdom Gala
representante de
and the
la
Inter-Darshan
escuela
Championship.
Bahumana ya lo
In the
saben.
Wisdom Gala, the 6
Algunos.
Darshans
No
have
les voy a
prepared
dar
6
spoilers.
corresponding activities to show off the style of each respective school. As for the Inter-Darshan Championship, each of the Darshans will be selecting a single member to represent their school in a large competition.
Oh,
Great. So maybe we can talk about some gameplay that travelers can expect to see.
ya estoy
It
entendiendo.
sounds like we'll be getting a total of 6 different game modes this time.
6
That's a
modos.
lot.
Wow.
Yeah. Each of the 6 Darshans will be compiling their research to
Venga,
provide
venga, venga.
fun mini-games for everyone to enjoy. For example, Layla's Rdawahes Darshan will be setting up an astrolabe used for studying astrology at their booth. When travelers adjust the astrolabe to the appropriate height and angle, the stars on the astrolabe will light up and form a pattern. Look, this time the
esa sí
pattern is
está
a cute little
buenísima.
fungus.
Aw,
Aw, that does look like fun.
Cosita.
nice.
Here's another one. The scholars from Kasharawar will have a
Cabe.
game that displays their understanding of mechanisms and architecture. Travelers will learn how to use the
Uh-oh.
least possible materials to build a road that meets certain requirements within a limited
Ay,
space.
mamacita
Ooh,
chula.
I'm
Ahí
already
sí
getting a
estoy
lot of ideas
perdida.
for this one. Okay.
Estoy
It seems
malísima en
travelers will have
esto.
a lot of freedom to try whatever arrangements they can think of to reach those goals.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Next is Vahumana. They're taking their booth
Ay.
pretty seriously. They will be holding an archaeological activity where travelers will use specialized equipment to detect relic replicas. Travelers will have to carefully observe the
Oye, me
surrounding
encanta ese
environment as
tipo de
they search,
minijuego.
and even
Ese lo voy a
eliminate
disfrutar.
external interference affecting the detectors
Yay.
to find the relic replicas.
Oh, this is all
Oh, a
very nice,
darle.
but are there any games where we won't have to go running around as much? I'm lazy.
Yes, there's something for
Ay, ay, ay.
everyone in these game modes. With this one, you can just relax and stay put while you listen to a story. But as you're listening, you also get to ask the storyteller some questions. If you're able to ask and uncover some key information, then you'll receive some clues to lead you to the truth of the story.
Creo que eso
Very
no me llama
mysterious.
mucho la atención. Pero no sé ustedes,
Spontamod, on the
comenten.
other hand, is preparing a
Uh,
small combat experiment to
Batman
put
es la
travelers'
de
combat
Sai, ¿no?
abilities to the test within a set amount of time. Of course, they'll kindly
Yay.
provide a variety of potions to help travelers
Regresó
overcome
el evento de
situations
la
in the experiment.
2.0, si es que no me equivoco. Creo que era la 2.2.
And last but not least is a little
Ooh.
bionic experiment set up by Tainari's Amorta
Ok,
Darshan.
Tinari.
Travelers will be able to control replicas of various creatures and command their movement according to a specific rhythm. That
no
should
está
be
mal.
everything we have for the Wisdom Gala. So, which Darshan's events are you all most excited about?
Oh, you know, Spontamod, because
Sí, me
that's what
gustó.
I'm all about. The combat and
4
battle
de
and
6 me
victory and
gustaron.
never
Sí, los voy a
losing.
disfrutar muy bien.
Never
Confident,
dying.
are we?
Taca.
Wow.
Ay,
I
ay,
like
ay.
the star one. I like stars. It's very cool.
Yeah.
I'm most excited to listen to a story because I think that's about my speed.
Oh, I get that.
And let's not forget that in addition to the Wisdom Gala, we still have the Inter-Darshan Championship. This is a contest of wisdom and courage, and you won't want to miss seeing which Darshan is able to claim the title of champion.
Ah, ya entendí la
Very
pelea
cool.
de
Oh,
antes.
and there is one more
Cabeza,
thing to
¿no?
mention here.
Y... ¿cómo se llama?
Layla's very own hangout
Wonder.
quest will be arriving with version 3.6, so be sure not to miss it. Okay, that's all.
Yay, we get to hang out with Layla.
Awesome.
Layla.
Excited to check it out.
Ah, sí, el
Okay,
hangout
and
de...
our next event
de
will
Layla.
also be taking place in Sumeru. Waynute activity has suddenly been on the rise, and the academia is dispatching researchers to respond to the problem.
This time, we'll be helping scholars clear the desert of obstructions, assemble the Waynute Slayer cannon, and repel the wandering Waynute.
Me
The
suena este
Waynute
evento.
Slayer Cannon, huh?
Gusita,
Yeah, that's
what?
quite the name.
Yeah.
Hmm.
As its name implies, it's very effective against Waynute. Our task will be to clear out any monsters nearby and help with the preparations so the cannon can start attacking. I'm sure our travelers will be able to help handle the situation.
Oh, yeah. We also have one other event for travelers to continue improving their combat abilities. During the challenge, travelers will have to complete 3 consecutive combat rounds. During each round, the system will randomly
Uy, ese me
activate
encanta.
1 or more of 4 possible effects at set intervals of time.
Oh, so I guess it's safe to say that no 2 rounds will play the same.
I guess
No
not.
habrá dos
Yeah.
ondas iguales.
If the buff
No
you
entendí.
receive happens to
Pero que
synergize
este
with your
evento
team
me suena.
composition, then your team will really start to shine. I personally think it's interesting to have these random elements added to the challenge. I feel like it'll bring some fun surprises to the
Ah, ya
gameplay.
me acordé, ya me acordé.
Totally. And these buff effects are all pretty powerful. The travelers should definitely try some different team combinations and see what synergies they can come up with. And also, the Overflowing Mastery event will be returning once again with double drops for a limited time to help travelers keep leveling up their characters.
In addition to the events we've already mentioned, there will be one more event taking place in an all-new area. So first, I think we should reveal the new area.
No. But before we do that, let's take a quick break and give another redemption
Ay,
code.
sí, el código de
Oh, yeah.
canje. A ver.
Sounds good.
No.
Oh, but
No empiecen,
one
no
more
empiecen.
note, we'll have some info
está.
regarding new artifact sets
Ya
during the
empiecen.
break, so be sure not to miss that.
Oh, a ver. K, B, R, E. 7 de 4. K, A. Y doble M. Listo. Ay, voy a cambiarle el título aquí a mis notas. Ok, los nuevos set de artefactos. creo que se quedaron así. Bueno, no es tan mal. Yo me iré por el primer set, que es la de mono de daño hidro. Ay, tendré que farmear otra vez. Para Yato, necesito esos artefactos para Yato. Y posiblemente el segundo para Baisu. Ay, tan mala suerte.
Welcome back, everyone.
Yeah, we are back and ready to show an all-new area being added to the game.
That's right, and I hope you're all as excited as we are. This area is located deep in the desert, in the northwest of the desert of Hadramaveth. According to legends, it was one of the main rifts that monsters were emerging from during the Conria disaster 500 years ago, and the site of a battlefield where God suppressed the power of the abyss.
Ooh.
Although it was originally desert, the ecological system has completely changed due to the power of the abyss, and it has become a large, uninhabited area of swamps and wastelands.
Whoa.
So, you're saying that we might be able to uncover some buried secrets about Conria there?
Podría ser.
On second thought, it kinda sounds like it might be dangerous.
Yeah.
Luckily, we have some little helpers to assist us in our search. There will be a Pari
¿nos
named
vemos esa
Sorush
criaturita?
waiting for us that will lend us its abilities, allowing travelers to freely fly across parts of the area and access some locations that would be impossible on foot.
Wait, we'll be able to fly around now?
Yeah, this will be your chance to fulfill your dream, Zach.
¡Wii!
Yes!
Estoy como
After
Flash.
helping Sorush recover its
Whee!
power, there will
Podemos
be a small
volar.
event for travelers to help it continue its training. We will guide Sorush to drive away enemies, conduct speed training, and complete puzzles, so be sure to check it out. Travelers may also encounter a new enemy during their journey in version 3.6, the Iniquitous Baptist. Its abilities include using multiple elements in battle and creating shields for corresponding elements to reduce damage. It definitely looks like it'll be a formidable enemy.
That's
Ya
not
lo
all. We
imagino.
have two more interesting enemies that travelers will encounter. The Animo and Hydro Hilly-Churl rogues. These Hilly-Churls are wandering across Tevat and do not belong to any particular Hilly-Churl tribe. Sometimes they
con
assist other
razón.
Hilly-Churls or tribes in need of help. And they also have a unique combat style.
Con razón, cuando
Even though
los
it seems
mostraron
this place is
estaban
full of
solitos.
new dangers, that still won't stop the traveler from bringing new hope to the region. Some clues related to Conria are also waiting to be uncovered here, so it's definitely worth exploring. And last but not least, in version 3.6, the legendary dragon of Verdure, Apep, will appear. The dragon of Verdure was
Otro
once
dragón
an
tenemos.
emerald green dragon that ruled Sumeru, but its color later changed to that of yellow sand. Recently, it seems to be
okay.
suffering from some kind of illness. Travelers will be making their way to the Dendro Dragon's habitat to face it in battle, so we must be very careful. The battle will be split into 3 phases.
Okay.
An interesting part to take note of is that in the second phase of the fight, travelers will need to protect the Dendro Dragon from monsters in order to prevent the dragon's illness from getting any worse.
Huh.
Wait,
Oh.
what?
Wait.
Yes,
¿Cómo?
and in the third phase, the Dendro Dragon will unleash some extremely powerful attacks, so travelers will need to be careful to avoid those.
Oh, yeah.
At this point, we don't know what the Dendro Dragon has been through and what exactly caused it to change into its current twisted form. Perhaps we'll get some more answers after we've faced it in battle.
Yeah.
The dragon has a close connection with Sumeru's history and gods. Going into its lair and determining
O
what's
sea,
causing
tenemos
its
que
current
pelear con un
condition is an
dragón
important task
y
and will be
protegerlo al
helpful
mismo
to the
tiempo.
entire nation of Sumeru.
Ok, esto ya está
So, if you'd
confuso.
like to learn more about the Dendro Dragon, then be sure to check out Chapter 2 of Nahita's story quest.
Yuppie!
Oh, for sure. I think
Nahida.
there'll be a lot of interesting things for travelers to learn in this one, so be sure to look forward to it.
Absolutely. And
Ahora,
that's
ahora
about
20 es
all
el
we
único
have for
arconte
new
que no
content in the
tiene,
upcoming version.
¿cómo
But
se llama?
before
Dos
we
misiones
wrap things up,
legendarias.
we have an announcement regarding Genshin Impact's music.
Uy,
The
a ver.
second album for the Sumeru region, titled The Unfathomable Sand Dunes, will also be releasing soon.
Oh,
Ooh.
nice!
Nice. I love the Sumeru region music.
Fantastic, I do too. This album is comprised of 3 discs, compiling all the original music that the Hoyo Mix team created for the Sumeru region, spanning versions 3.1 to 3.6.
Okay,
Wow.
this is super cool. I'm
Tantas
super
versiones.
excited.
Yeah,
Be sure and pick that up.
I'm hyped.
Right, so let's watch a trailer of the new OST and give our final redemption code of the day.
Hoy 7, el último código. Ok, el último código. 7C9 X6 B4 JB 2 M9. Listo, que listo. Y todavía hace falta agregar el último código, pero creo que es después de la versión que ponen uno más de que son 60 protogemas. Me gusta la imagen. Uy, le tomé una foto. Listo.
Alright, so it seems like there's gonna be a lot to enjoy in the new version.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Y lo
You
supieron
know what? I'm
sintetizar
looking
bien.
forward to spending more time with Nahida in her new Story Quest chapter and confronting the new Dendro Dragon.
Igual yo quiero enfrentarme al
That's gonna
dragón.
be crazy. I'm super happy to have gotten to come on this special program today. It was my first time. This is so cool. And also that trailer was so cool.
Ah, so sad.
Definitely.
It was.
I think it's really cool that people will get to discover more about Baiju and that there's more to him than just the man who works at the Boo Boo Pharmacy.
It's got
Oh,
layers.
plebecita.
True that. I'm looking forward to the new area, new playables, and of course, the Academia Extravaganza. Looked
Oh, yo
super,
también
super
quiero
fun to me.
conocer el
Yeah,
evento
for sure.
Pocho. Está
But
súper
yeah, this is
buenísimo.
the end of the special program. It's been so great hanging with you guys.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you for having me again.
Of course, this is the end. I'll see you guys all in game.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Ay, tan chivis. Tan hermosos los chivis, en verdad. Oh, bueno. Esta fue mi reacción en cuanto al live stream de la 3.6. Y lamento mucho, pues sí, los problemas que tuve con el video, con el internet, pero aún así espero que les hayan gustado a ustedes. Pero sí, la verdad lo lamento mucho. En serio, en serio. Posiblemente sea la única vez, y también como es mi primera vez reaccionando a un live stream, pues quién sabe si en un futuro, ya cuando tenga una vida pues viviendo solita, ya podamos charlar más. Ok, gracias por ver este video. Se cuidan. Bye bye.